JARA bliss. Welcome to JARA Garden. Sunny right now. It's been overcast the past few hours, and the breeze is picking up. I can smell rain coming soon. It will be great for our garden. In this video, we'll be talking about our finished foundation, the materials we used, how long did it take, the process, and our experience with it. After that, a short peruse through the new additions in the garden. Soursop is now our new favorite to plant. I will amend that. Any plant's my favorite to plant. It's so fun to watch them grow. And speaking of new, we have moringa here. And we just had deep rain a few days ago, and they are growing strong. There's new shoots coming out. Hopefully you can see that. The camera's pretty far back. I'll see if I can do some zoom magic. Alright, now let's get to the finished foundation. As you can see, it's absolutely spotless. Like we had a professional cleaning service through. And we removed the temporary structure. Sometimes storms would get so windy, so we just have the tarps laying around. I ordered some more tarps in the spaces, covering them with palm fronds. And I'll do my best to remove some of these covers to show the foundation with one hand and talk on the other. Up in the corner, my roller skates. Looking back, feeling great. Ooh, this is always fun. There are so many animals that love to live under these tarps. Let's see if we can see anything. Frogs. Too serious. These are earthen walls, by the way. I'll make a video on that later. Some clay. You can see my pointer. Part of our foundation. So for the foundation, I covered the basics in a previous video. Move some of this shrubbery here. So it is a 70 centimeter pit that we dug wide, 50 centimeters down. And the reason we stopped at 50 is on our land here we have clay soil and then hard rock, and we hit hard rock. When we hit the rock, we use the chisel to kind of key it up. And then our adobe home here is a circle, 6.5 meters in diameter. So that is where our foundation lay. We have the hole going there. And then we have a butt out for our washroom. And that's a smaller, at a 1.5, 1.7 meter. If you calculate all the perimeters of each circle. So to fill this hole, now that you have a trench, there's many different ways to do this in earthen and adobe styles. What we went with is a mixture of heavy stones, smaller stones like gravel, ash, and water. So we carried heavy stones from the sea. You can buy them. Where we are at, it's pretty hard to get super large rocks and non-salt sand. Because we're on a mountain, the price is going to be pretty high. It's pretty far for some of those suppliers to go. So for the foundation, we sourced everything ourselves. You see, we got rocks from the sea, and then we went around the property. We found large rocks. There's a big hill in the back here that slopes down the edge of the mountain, and that's perfect for gravel. There's a lot of exposed gravel there where the water has eroded over time. We just scoop our gravel up there. If you're getting rocks from the sea, or if you're getting sand from the sea, sand you need to rinse. I would highly advise sourcing sand away from the sea. I made a video called Sifting Sands that went over a really cheap and effective sand sifting method to use sand from your site if you have it on here. And you can use sea stones, but they have a lot of salt in them. So you want to leave them out in the rain a bit, let the rain wash through them or soak them in water. You can use sea stones in your foundation without rinsing them, but it's just a good idea. Salt can be very erosive, so it's just better that way. So we dry packed, we put gravel first, about an inch of gravel. Then our large stones, fit them in like puzzle pieces, and fill any smaller gaps with gravel and smaller stones. And we also poured a mortar over that. You can do dry stacking. Because we were sourcing the stones ourselves, if you dry stack it takes a lot more stones. The mortar essentially fills in all the gaps between the stones. So for the mortar, we took water, ash, and our sand that we sifted and mixed that together. You want the consistency of a slurry that can run down deep through all the grooves and the cracks and fill them up. We did that a good part of the way. The ash is in there. It behaves like a termite repellent. We have a lot of termites here in tropical Ghana. So if you're in an area with termites, do your best to do termite proofing things. That's why we have very little exposed wood on the home. And any wood we do have, we are treating. So we filled the gap. Now, you can also, it'll look really nice if you go up further, but that does require more stone. And that's good for a splashback. For our final home, we're doing a reciprocal roof, and it will extend 1 meter past the wall, so there won't be any splashback. And we're also doing a plaster on here with lime powder and palm oil to make a waterproof tatter-like finish, similar to Moroccan homes or adobe homes. Now to finish, we kind of left it as is. You can see here, this is like a lime powder wash. We're using a lot of hydrated lime in this build. It's very good because it's non-toxic, a naturally occurring substrate. It's a byproduct of a lot of major manufacturing and industrial businesses, so it's cheap and affordable. It mixes well, and it's water resistant, and over time it hardens like stone, thick stone. So periodically we'll go through and we'll pour extra lime slurries around the outside perimeter, and over time it'll just strengthen and get harder and harder, turn the whole foundation on the outside into solid rock. See if I can get you a shot of inside. And here's something you can see. Let me pull this out. Yeah, I'm making use, we have so many palm branches, so I'm making use of some sweeping. Okay. So here is kind of a test floor we've done. I'll make a video on our door frame later, but we wanted a level surface. So this is mostly lime powder mixed with sand and even our soil. And you kind of polish it and pour it over, and I have a bubble leveler to level it smooth. And the more lime you add and the longer you let it go, it just turns more and more like stone, like rock. You can see it's joined the foundation here. So this is what I mean at the end. We'll pour it around. We'll give an extra layer of protection. So yeah, foundations have been done for thousands of years. In this area, I was inspired. There's a lot of homes that have been standing for 300 years, 400 years on stone foundations. The mortar and the lime powder is just extra. It's not needed. So don't fret. Really, the only downside to natural building is your labor. So as long as you're doing the work, everything is simple and intuitive. And the great thing, if you ever mess up or you need to patch or fix, it's super easy. So it's very low stress. It's a matter of getting up and going at it every day. All right, have more videos coming. I'll cover the door frame, our door, our walls, how we're doing that. And we're going fast. We're at the stage we need windows and plumbing, so many more videos to come. All right, let's see if I got enough battery. Okay. I'm going to take you all through to a special site. Never before seen on camera. As I promised in a previous video to show you where the coconuts were planted further. So. This right here is our liquid fertilizer fermenter. Here's a coconut, not the one in question. Ooh, I wore shorts for the video. I don't typically wear in the bush. It's a nice hill we have here. I'm nursing a big mango tree to go at the top of the hill. We have a mango tree in the center of our property that the kids can climb when they get older. There's a big coconut growing well. How I'm managing my trails through our forest is I'm just naturally walking through them, and then over time you break in a very efficient trail for whatever your needs are. And then I go back and trim them up. So over time, I have a very scenic tour. There's a plantain, some lemongrass here. Coconuts all over. I have a real green thumb for coconuts. There's a JARA garden video 4, I believe, on coconut gardens. And I go over my planting method. Here, not much has been done on the property. it's further away from our water tank and other things. So I'm waiting until our eco homes get more established before I go over in this direction. But every time I would walk by this hill, I just kept thinking this would be a perfect spot for coconut. So I finally did it. One of ours was nursing and I wanted to get it moved quick. So this is our newest addition. Kind of nestled in. I pre-dug the hole, so the spirit of the earth had time to welcome the new addition. I'll grow a lot since the last rain. It was right here last I saw it. And I have a companion plant. In a fruit forest, you gotta love companion plants. This is hibiscus. Very easy to propagate hibiscus. Need a cutting and some water. We'll see how big it gets. I'm going to make a mental note to revisit this in JARA Garden 33. If I remember, leave a comment on that video. We'll see. Ooh, all right. Have a splendid day. Be blessed in every way. Insula, insulae. For those that know Latin, that means island. Namaste, that means thank you. And a hip hip hooray. All right, live long and prosperous. Aram.